What do you think about the homelessness situation?
There's a lot of homelessness in BC. That's for various different reasons, and I don't know that it's being addressed appropriately. I mean, a lack of housing is also something that's going to play into that. But yeah, I mean, that's obviously an issue that we have here in BC as well.
Well, that really makes me sad. It doesn't matter where you are, Vancouver, Chilliwack, Mission, like even in the nicest places of Vancouver, you can step outside, turn the corner, and there are people out there that were turned out after certain facilities were closed, certain hospitals and medical facilities where these people were getting help. They were shut down and then they were put out on the street and then they turned to self-medicating. And now there just doesn't seem to be much hope for them. You know, realistically, any one of us are an accident from being homeless ourselves. Unemployment and you have nowhere to turn. And next thing, you know, we're like anyone else where you're sleeping at a bus stop. It's very unfortunate and it is a crisis.
Out here is getting pretty bad. Every year, every summer, there's more and more and more people that are homeless. And it is sad, but there are programs that are available, but I think there should be more.
What do you think is the most common reason for people to end up on the street?
I have a sister that is a psychiatric nurse and she worked at several facilities. One of them was Riverview Hospital, where they treated a lot of people with mental illness. And when that facility closed, a lot of those people were turned out. They were displaced. They didn't have anywhere to go, and they didn't receive any care. And as a result, to kind of distract them and take away some of the pain and deal with some of the psychosis, they did start medicating using illicit drugs, illicit materials. And it's amazing. I've seen people, like I knew of one man who was a school teacher. Wife passed and he, same thing too. He just kind of went down a bad road and couldn't make ends meet, ended up self-medicating. I don't even think he's alive to this day. I haven't seen him in many years.
Maybe you know someone who have experienced homelessness?
I was homeless actually 4 years ago.
Okay, could you share?
My addiction was gambling. No drugs or alcohol, but I had no one else to help me, so I had to do it on my own. I had a working job, still worked, just had no place to live. Lived on the streets until I saved up enough money to better myself.
Was it hard?
It was hard. It was very, very hard. Because I feel like as a homeless person or someone who is a little less fortunate, maybe dealt a bad hand of cards not doing to drugs or alcohol, you still get frowned upon and looked at very badly. But it's only up to you if you want to change yourself and help yourself. No one's going to do it for you.
I do know people who have experienced homelessness at some point in their lives, so whether or not that means full out on the streets or just, you know, they got kicked out of their place and they had to live in their car for a month. So yes, I definitely know people who have been touched by it. That there is difficulty finding affordable places to rent.
I do know of people that have, you know, again, they've moved here from another province and unable to find work, and you hear about how they become destitute and they're on the street. It's unfortunate.
I used to volunteering downtown east side, so I have some I do know of in things like a homelessness. Yeah, it's usually addiction, mental health.
And do you think is this the right thing, the government giving free drugs for them?
Absolutely fucking not. I'm a diabetic myself, so I have to pay for my insulin and I have to pay for myself to live, but the fact that they can give them free places to shoot drugs or give them free drugs, I think is 100% unacceptable.
And I mean, it's not helping.
It's definitely not helping. It makes it worse.
Well, they're trying something new. I guess we'll see. Well, if it's clean, it's clean, you know, versus buying it on the streets or something like that.
I don't think that's part of the solution, yeah.
Any suggestions or changes you would like to see from the government or local organizations?
What would it be to bring all three levels of government together to work to try to solve a problem?
Probably the government should do something better. The government or the local people, we should focus and really make small steps but meaningful steps to help those people. Yeah.
What do you mean by saying smart steps?
Overall, if all the neighborhood, all the local people, everyone contributes a little bit, and then yeah, we can make some difference. Yeah.